Good morning and happy Thursday from your dynamic duo. This is my amazing co-host, Danny Johnston.
And this is my fantastic co-host, Peyton Larison. And on this Thursday morning, we'll be taking a look inside the new developments of the Liberty Commons. Some KLHS reporters have some information on the veterans we have in our school, and we'll be taking a look at the coffee shop we have at Liberty High School, The Nest.
And Katie Benhart will actually be bringing you our weather report, and while Katie will be looking into the future, Joni Bell will be throwing it back for Throwback Thursday.
Get ready for the newest edition of Liberty Live.
Welcome back, guys. Here at Liberty High School, some of our teachers are fantastic with what they do outside of school.
For example, some of our teachers in Liberty High School are actually veterans. Some KLHS reporters have a little bit more information about it.
Let's check it out.
I served about 24 years in the military before I retired. I was stationed in a lot of places. I was in the reserve, so my main base was Whiteman Air Force Base, but I was also in Belton for 5 years with the Army. I was deployed for small amounts of time to Alaska, Hawaii, El Salvador, Germany, a year in Iraq, and a year in Afghanistan.
What Veterans Day means to me is I think it's awesome because I like seeing people in the community and even students here in the building come up and they thank me for my service, and it feels good knowing that people appreciate our veterans in this country. What I do to celebrate it, I really don't do anything. I stay here at school and I get lots of Veterans Day notes, and people are in the building actually bring me stuff down there, so they really celebrate Veterans Day here in Liberty High School, and I think that's awesome that you guys, even take the time to do this interview, so I appreciate it.
So not only do we have amazing teachers that have actually served in our military, we actually have amazing students here at the high school that actually work here in our coffee shop.
Yes, our student at coffee shop, The Nest. I love The Nest. I come almost every single day. Iced tea, my favorite by far, peach iced tea.
I always get the iced coffee when I come here. It is fantastic, and so are the kids that work here. Miss King is in charge of it along with some of the other teachers, and I come here so often. It is not healthy, but I come here anyways because it is fantastic.
Yes, the atmosphere in The Nest is just amazing. I love it. Now, we should take a look.
Let's go.
Hi, could I get one more?
Daniel. Yes. You want anything in it?
Hey guys, Danny and I are sitting here in the Nest now with Miss King and Ryan and Libby, some of the employees that work here in the Nest. So Miss King, how has the business changed and how has this affected the high school with it now being in the library?
Well, we're definitely busier, which is good. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, a lot more people come.
My third hour is busier.
Your third hour is really busy.
I didn't want it to be.
We have our own space, which is cool. Before we were kind of renting the space, if you will, from the cafeteria, so we'd have to load everything up on a cart and push it back to my classroom every day and then re-unpack it every morning. So it's nice to have a space because we can do stuff like this. We can decorate and
selfies with Santa.
Yeah, we can do fun little promotions, and everything we kind of do is essentially student run. So if they want us selfies with Santa, then they're going to organize it and they're going to make it happen. Whose idea was that?
Mine.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ryan, why do you think people should come down and, visit the Nest?
Because they like our drinks.
Yeah, the drinks are really tasty.
And Libby, how do you guys like working here?
I get working in the nurse, independent month.
You were the employee of the month.
Yeah, do you like working here?
I like it working. I like ice coffee and ice tea and hot chocolates and Pepper J.
Java J.
Me too.
That's it.
That's right.
We have 2,000 customers every day.
The customers every day.
Mommy and Dad come with coffee shop every morning,
They do.
every Friday.
Every Friday, she has mom and dad come and visit her at the coffee shop.
Oh, this God, coffee shop. He's not happy.
So you guys said
they're not happy.
you guys said you have employee of the month. How do you kind of pick that?
Who picks employee of the month? Myself and Mr. Sportsman and the other managers. We pick employee of the month. But what do you have to do to be employee of the month?
To work hard. To work hard.
Hey, Ryan, how long have you worked in the nest for? Do you like it?
2.5.
2.5.
2.5 years. What made you want to work here?
Because I like Miss King.
You like Miss Glee? She's your favorite teacher?
Libby.
He's not happy.
Knock it off. Why you like to work?
I you took a picture of office. Nappy head.
See what I'm doing?
And Miss King, my
Yeah,
last question
yeah.
is
Why
actually,
you like to work here? Oh, sorry.
my last question is actually for you. How do you think the nest has affected Liberty High School?
I would hope in a positive way. I would like to think that it's not only given my students some ownership in just the school culture, but it's also kind of something that other students like to maybe talk about and maybe brag about, that we've got this cool place for people to come hang out, and that our students are learning valuable work skills, as well as being able to interact with some of their reg ed peers, which is just a really cool opportunity that most schools don't have.
Awesome. Thank you guys for this interview. Now let's take a look with Katie Benhart standing by with the weather.
What's up, Jays? I don't know about you, but I've really been enjoying this weather lately. The weather today will be warm and sunny with a high of 76 and a low of 71. Pretty good way to finish off our week. Tomorrow will be about the same with a high of 74 and a low of 69. Saturday, unfortunately, is looking to be a bit colder with a high of 62 and a low of 59. Maybe don't start pulling out those jackets yet, but we're getting closer, Jays, to that warm fall fashion. Finally, both Sunday and Monday are looking like they're sticking with the colder trend, with a high of 60 and a low of 56 for Sunday, and a high of 63 and low of 57 for Monday. Make sure to enjoy the nice weather the rest of this week while you can, Jays. I know there's plenty to do and get out in our community, including the new addition called the Liberty Commons. Let's toss it over to Mitchell Neff with more information.
The city of Liberty is growing rapidly, and the new Liberty Commons is now in the phase to open new restaurants. Here are just a few that are now open. First off, Slim Chickens. Founded in 2004, this rapidly growing fast casual style of fried chicken dining proudly opened the doors to its 71st location nationwide just a few months ago. Some of their best known entrees include fresh tenders, hot wings, and house sauces. The average cost for a meal here is about $8.50, so it's a little more expensive than their major rival Chick-fil-A. Moving on down the road is Meshuggah Bagels. They make fresh bagels daily and have a goal of bringing New York to Kansas City one bagel at a time. The restaurant selections are similar to that of the pastry selections at Panera. Meshuggah has been open for a couple months now, but if you have not been, I would highly recommend it. Individual bagels are about $1.50 and a dozen is $12.50. Finally, McAllister's Deli. Just opening this past week, they have now expanded their franchise to over 28 states. McAllister's is very comparable to that of a toned-down Panera. McAllister's is known for three things: their sandwiches, their sweet tea, and their spuds. Manager John Newsom tells us more.
Well, we are a deli, but we're just a little bit more than that. So we have sandwiches, of course, hot sandwiches, cold sandwiches, pressed sandwiches. We also offer numerous salads, baked potatoes, and lots of hot soup.
The Liberty Commons is a rapidly growing area just outside the reach of our high school. If you have some extra cash, I'd highly recommend you go grab yourself a meal. For KLHS, this has been Mitchell Neff.
What do you say, Jays? For today's topic, we'll be talking about throwbacks, as it is Throwback Thursday. And so I'm going to throw it back to when we have proudly accomplished things in America back in the olden days. Starting on July 16th in 1969, Apollo 11 blasted off from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. This spacecraft would take 3 American astronauts to the moon, landing 2 on the surface and returning all 3 safely to Earth. Next, the U.S. accomplished what the French could not, improved easy access between the Atlantic and the Pacific with the crafting of the Panama Canal in 1914. Next, built in Chicago as part of the Manhattan Project, Chicago Pile 1 became the first man-made nuclear reactor with a controllable, self-sustaining nuclear reaction. A lot of words there, I know. Side note, that would be later used of the bombing in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In 1885, the home insurance building was complete in Chicago, Illinois, becoming the world's first modern skyscraper. It was 138 feet tall with only 10 stories, as it was an impressive feat in the 19th century. Also, some honorable mentions for America's accomplishments are the Wright brothers, Edison's invention of the light bulb, the internet, cell phones, machine guns, the Ford Model T. That's about it. I'm Joey Bell, and that's the way it is. God bless America.
Thank you everyone for letting me and Peyton show you around our school and our community.
It was a blast, and from everyone here at KLHS, this is Danny Johnson, I'm Peyton Larson, and we'll see you guys next time.